The hour is obviously beyond any kind of reconciliation to the higher graces of erogenous normality on my part. Uh, so, so, um, so, oh, yeah. The wolf was at my door starting at the age of 14, and I know that's when I started having OCD, checking things all the time. So I disagree with this whole thing of mental health, the way they classify it. So let's see, now, I have time to spend, so I'm just gonna talk. He's gonna play some pop. Let's see where it is. And I know that this is very, very, very serious times. You know, we need some stuff to go before these horrible times, the joyous times at the same time began to take place. So, some of this stuff. Look at this. Paper. And I'll also tell about different parts of my life. As far back as living on Bed Street in Silver Lake in Providence from the ages of 3 to 6. And then let's get this at many years. Hey, so this is starting in the middle of somewhere. Would elsewhere, like the locally fine, hallucinant crapshoot of rambling decades, no other writer would likely spray with riddles, rhymes, and ready to rally clever times. Of all these so-called normalized novels, and hereafter weeping tears of lizard-crisped laughter, Cleopatras, the 6 of us swimming vintage cars, one by one, into the tree-shaded and seldom serenaded, leaf-strewn Paris College parking lots, geographically punctuated by cement carpeting walkways that infiltrated as might a caravan of mint-breath Mexican banditos. The rolling weed blistered and bi-weekly mown wisps of tufty grass, stretching in every direction their tasteless but visually captivating blades, like a simile-comparative maze of satin-syrupped medias around this and that long carpeted stone board and leg stockings with pillars of higher education. This herald and hardy time and place seems nowadays to be far from the current state of postmodern, post-structural worldly affairs, and inclement and truly darksome, and it needs the wearied mind's eye to wonder where or how it is apparent one world peoples went wrong. Not totally wrong, but so much joy to be taken and given among us. The selfishness. I hear that. I am on a pilgrimage every day. The first herald of hidey-ho duty to myself is to receive a full airport stopover in London or Paris night of sleep in a very uncomfortable chair. The chair of my mind and imagination, which I can't seem to shut off. And I am so tired. So I was thinking, anyway, take for instance, now I'm going to try to, be, this will be more lighthearted and joyous repertoire of jingle bell-like swooping butterflies and moths coming out of their cocoon a little too early, we might say. And we have the sultry sultans of Popeye and Dr. Doyle, and they have plenty of aluminum foil drawers. I'm sure which drawers we're talking about. I'm not exactly sure. They might be bureau drawers. They might be elsewhere. They might be sitting before a colonoscopy machine. So have before us serenades and and I must admit that I haven't and anyway, if Shakespeare happened to marry Britney Spears, and they had a son or daughter, I suppose they would call the boy or girl Spears. So, there we have it. And that's about as much as the world will take conscientious devotion to the search for truth. And when you search for truth, you don't just go and you don't just say, well, this is blue, and this is green, and this is yellow, and this is purple, and this is pink, and this is orange. Because they're not, color doesn't really exist. So and scientists have come to realize that. So, try to eat as many Brussels sprouts as you can, especially if you're living in Fall River, Riverside, or the village where they sent those robots out to the woods, or people dressed like phantoms, and so they have to stay inside the village all day long. Now, I hope this works, and I think by this time, I deserve it. Yes, I do. I deserve it. Maybe this time. You see that. So, I remember Henry Miller said that he didn't believe that Rimbaud just stopped writing like that. He thought that someday some of his writings, that later writings, would be found. In an attic somewhere, or a treasure chest, maybe. Maybe, he stopped writing at the age of 19. That's something, I don't mean to criticize him, great poet that he obviously was, but to stop your heart, I can't understand that. Elton John, Kurt Vonnegut, I just thought, yeah, stop it. What you love doing, you know what to do. And, I was made to trot around in pajamas at this hour of the night. And it's not the ungodly hour right before dawn, but I was just watching this much egregious video of something I don't usually. Oh, I'm not talking about you, Patty. You're beautiful, lovely, and so does Laura. And everyone else. There's a bunch of witch thing. It's drawing me in. Yes, it was drawing me in, and I cut babies down. And enough. No more. You better see about the witches. They have to. I don't want to be going around sticking my hand in the ice cream vats and, well, yeah, a little forte for the. Someday I'd like to experience a menage a trois, so I think it would be pretty pleasant to experience. I didn't even know what that meant, and I mentioned it to one of the mental health techs, a nurse at the hospital. And I thought it sounded French. Menage a trois. And then I got the idea of that I remembered the TV show. Things like Parfum, Menage a Trois. But this is much too. I think it's time maybe to get serious. So I have to. Say that one thing I want to say about truth is that truth is at many levels. And can't just be cutting through an inordinate amount of grace at tables and feasts of giving and being unselfish. You have to always search your soul every minute of the day of whether you're being truthful in order to just be truthful. And this is the real hard thing to do, and I'm doing it, and I don't like doing it, but I'm doing it anyway. Search your soul, the deepest core, for are you being truthful to manipulate a situation? Which I think all of us do, never admit it, but I think all of us do it. Or are you just being truthful for the spiritual enjoyment and higher plateaus of where truth can go? That takes something, because it's hard to be that introspective. We all want the last apple at the bottom of the basket, so to speak. And I really, I see someone like Martha, Joyce Myers, and I immediately fall in love. That's honest, honest to the core. This is the first time I saw her. I fell madly in love with her at a totally spiritual level, of course, and cared about it deeply, and other people too. It's a great need for them to be happy in their lives. And I don't I mean, it doesn't matter what their beliefs are, or what. Someone has a certain attitude, and you can see they struggled and they stayed strong. They've constantly searching in their own beliefs and climbing through heights in different circles. And then there's other people who I never understood at the beginning. And to, uh, I thought, and that, I might have met both as William Burroughs and Allen Ginsberg. Might have, it's possible. I don't know who Vinny was. If he's someone else, never mind. If he was alive after 1997, I did meet Allen Ginsberg. He wrote that thing, that beautiful haiku on the album, At the Door. Drafty came to murder my pants, a biblical name to question mark. And my mother said to me, I was about 19 years old, she said to me, Paul, do you have satanic books in your room? And I said, she's not going to understand that that's capital punishment. I always thought, too, it was this poor young soldiers landing into Vietnam in the parachutes that are the dread of, the possibility of suicide. And trying to stop them with the horrors and the death row and cruelty of psychotropic swashbuckling alchemists of psychotropic alchemy, and every other cruelty. And the thing about it was, with every other book you read, there was always like a different sort of moralization. And it threw me off. It threw my mother off. So Jack talks about, the Venusians invading in that campfire scene. Easy Rider. And, but someone has to come along. Someone to save us. And they will. And a lot of the times. And I wanted to say something about James Joyce. I would like to ask people if they realize, and I hope I make it on this, in the time schedule. And I worked hard on the YouTube, saw the festivities, and that obviously, the altar boys go up to the altar, bend of bay, they bow before the priest. Sure, will serve, and they go back in front of the altar, which means that the original Native Americans are climbing across the ice from Siberia down into the western frontier land before it's even a frontier land. For them, it's the land of discovery, and then the Europeans are coming over later. At the same time, here comes everybody is getting out of bed, relieving themselves, sitting back next to Anna Olivia Plurable, and it says, alone apart, river runs. Rib her and run. He's the creator. River and run. River and run. River and run. So he says, alone apart, river run. So, and then now after a few pages, is an abstraction, obviously, of Ulysses. because when Stephen is crushing the rocks, the pebbles on the shoreline, and Ulysses, he's crunch bucket the Kraken brow in Finnegan's Wake in the same sentence, only abstracted. So then he talks about the music room. Mind your hats going in. See? Certainly, if you're circumcised, then the joys of marital beauty, just beauty between human beings, is expressed in that very adorable way. Some minds have a way of just bringing butterflies all over the place. I'm up to 21 minutes. Anyway, so and then and after this, I gotta go to bed. As long as I keep 6 hours of sleep, I'm fine. Well, the last thing I want to say is so. And then they go to Mutt and Jeff, which are Oscar Wilde characters. So he goes to the delightful music room and push the cat, the Sakura, and all these metaphorical avenues of merging with similes and allegories. There's an explosion of heavenly, you know, after I have to fall asleep soon. It's getting ridiculous. I mean, now I can shut this off because I'm down to a few seconds. So let's see if they'll take it.